Kia ora.
Kia ora.
Hello and welcome to our Restore class. Again, today we're going to take you through some lovely stretching, focus on breathing and how you can get really that little bit deeper into your stretching routine, and then finishing with everyone's favourite 5 minutes of relaxation. So today Robyn will be sitting on the chair, and her focus is showing you options for doing these stretches in the sitting position, whereas I will be doing a mixture of standing and lying exercise for the stretches as well. So today, Robyn, what I would like you to do is think about breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth, and this time you're going to incorporate a shoulder roll. Breathe in and then breathe out. So just for a couple of rotations, think about your breathing and focus on what that feels like. Now, I'm going to ask you to make a bigger, I will just move aside, but take your arms up and feel the breath come into the base of your lungs and then release out. And again, breathe in. Nice little stretch and release out. And now we're going to go back to shoulder rolls again. And this time, think about your breathing, but think about how your shoulder blades are actually moving and gliding, okay? So you use your breath and slide those shoulder blades right down to your hips. Okay, breathe in and slide down to your hips. Now keep them nice and low, and then add your arms coming through that arc and releasing, breathing out. And again, keep shoulder blades low, breathe in and breathe out. Good. Now we switch back again to shoulder rolls. So now you're feeling your breath connection, your shoulder blade range of movement. So think about how that all fits together, and also think about how you're feeling with that connection of your neck to your shoulders, right at the base there. So really feel like you sort of pull back and get a nice little stretch and open there as well. Hold that position and now come up into that lovely arm arc, up nice and tall, and release down, breathe out. And again, breathe in and breathe out. Good, and then we've just got 2 more shoulder rolls to do. Breathe in and breathe out. Feel that nice softening in your shoulders and neck. Again, breathe in and breathe out. Super. So hopefully you're ready to start with your first stretch, and we are going to continue with the next stretch. So I'll ask you to take both arms in behind the back, so you should sit comfortably in your lower back, and allow your shoulders to drop away, shoulder blades low, and allow your chin to drop to chest. And when you're there, see if you can take a deep breath in and breathe out and soften even further. You might be surprised at how much lower you can get your shoulders away from your ears. So use your breath, breathe in and breathe out. Good. And then gently come back up, so you're back into your normal neck position, and then allow your neck to drop to the side. So we're really opening up that distance between the shoulder and your ear. Again, in that position, breathe in and breathe out, and feel that you can just tilt that little bit further into the stretch and hold there. Maybe 1 more, and then we'll go to the other side. Breathe into the center, breathe out as you drop away. Breathe in and breathe out. And you've got time to do 1 more. Breathe in and drop away. Lovely. Oh, that should be feeling really nice. So to complement that, we're now going to do a butterfly stretch for your shoulders and chest stretch. So you're going to take your hands, just cup your ears and take your elbows back behind. So be careful not to scrunch up with your shoulders. Keep your shoulder blades down like we've been chatting about, and feel that stretch. And then as you come back in, pull your elbows towards each other. Breathe in and again out to your butterfly stretch. Breathe out. Hold that. Feel that nice opening in the chest. And again, come back. Breathe in and breathe out. Feel that leg, like your elbows are tracking away from your shoulders. Again, breathing in and breathe out. Good. And then this time, as your elbows come together, don't pull on your ears, but just gently duck down, and so you open up just in that base of your neck, and then release back up and breathe out into your butterfly stretch again. Beautiful. And again, once more, breathe in, little stretch down and forward, lift back up and open. So good. Now, here's the challenge. I would like you to reach one up, one down, rotating and going in to touch your fingers. I'm showing you me doing it this way, and it might look impressive that my fingers touch, but I know as soon as we change sides, I'm not as good on the other direction, the opposite. So feel that you can pull this elbow up, and that can help you get a little bit further. And then be careful not to throw your chest forward. Keep your connection to your core, and that will really help you to find that anchor point for the stretch. Right, gently release, give yourself a wee shake, and then let's go and try the other side. Okay, this is my challenge. I'm going to have mine too. Help my arm up a little bit. So this will come down to any perhaps injuries you've had, or your arm dominance might influence this a bit as well. Yeah, I'm not quite there, and I do feel quite a strong stretch. I've really got to use my breathing. But you can try yourselves to really get into that deeper connection. I can feel that I'm close, I'm just not touching. Good, just a few more seconds. Hold there, keep the connection. Good, and then release. Oh, makes you realize how. So now Robyn's going to do our arm opening stretch. So she'll start with both hands together, and she's going to follow her hand and open that chest up. I'm going to show you an option to do lying. So we'll start with both hands here, and I'm going to open into the stretch. If you feel you want to have a pillow under your head, that's fine too. And I'm keeping my knees glued together and gluing them to the floor, and then I also can watch my hand. Perfect. I will now change sides. Robyn's been doing alternating sides, so she doesn't need to do that. Again, you're connecting to your breathing. Breathing in and breathing out. It does feel so nice. And remember, you can change the angle of your arm stretch to find where you need to bring in that stretch. Might be slightly higher, might be slightly lower. You can work to that. We've got space just for another one, maybe. Yes. Lovely. Now we're going to do our knees to chest stretch. So again, I'll stay on the floor. Robyn's going to do alternating sides, and I'm going to take both knees to my chest. But if you prefer, you can do the single knees, and it would look like this. Just a little squeeze, and pause, and then breathe in, and change sides. So that's an option. Or if you'd like to explore having both knees into the stretch and feeling what that effect it has in your lower back, that's fine too. And if you're on the floor, you might want to take your knees and give yourself a little roll around. It's like a little massaging effect over your lower back and sacrum. That's right near the pelvis. Go each direction. And then you can again pull your knees up to your chest, or again come back to the single knees to chest stretch. Lots of good options with this one. Perfect. Oh, that feels nice. Now we're going to also stretch in the lower back, so emphasis in your lumbar spine. Robyn, in sitting, is going to do a little rotation where she's going to control this coming into rotation with her legs, and then either using the rotation of upper body, or she could actually use the side of the chair, the arm of the chair, to take herself into stretch again. Don't hold your breath, breathe into it. If you're in line, you'll be taking your arms to the side, dropping your knees to each side as an alternating manner. Just breathe into the center, change sides, and change sides. Again, the longer that you feel you can stay in that stretch, you'll feel the stretch kind of change, and that feels lovely. Come back in and breathe out. And again, changing back, breathe into the center and breathe out to the side. And you might notice as my knees have gone away from you, I'm now able to turn my head and get that full spine by looking at my opposite hand. So that's nice as well. Good. Calming back. Good. So now we're going to do a full body stretch. So this is a little bit easier to do if you were on the floor, or you could be doing this on your bed. So you're going to lengthen your legs as much as you can and clasp your hands above your head and feel like you're trying to lengthen your whole body, stretch and decompress your spine, and using your breathing to really feel that connection. And this is one of those stretches, even though there's not a lot of movement happening, I'm really focusing on lengthening through my heels and feeling that opening in my hips, that elongation through my trunk. And then I can even push my palms up to the ceiling and go that little bit further with my upper body stretch as well. And breathe. So you're not just lying there, you're actually quite actively stretching and releasing. Perfect. That would have to be one of my favorites. Lovely. Now, as I come back to transition to the next stretch, this is an interesting one. We're going to do, and Robyn will do a number 4 stretch. So this is for the glute muscles, the buttock muscles. I'm going to do it on the floor here, but I'm going to add this little extra stretch in behind. So I've got the stretch happening here, but I've also got some opening happening in this back hip. So I'm trying to drop my pelvis down towards the floor. You kind of get thrown off a little bit, and you've got to try and bring yourself back up to open this out. So again, it doesn't look like a lot is happening, but oh my goodness, you can feel the stretch, definitely. So I'm connected to my core. I'm trying to get my sit bone of my pelvis onto the floor. So focus on breathing and softening and trying to make that happen. We'll change sides. And again, I can feel there's a difference in this side. I've got to work harder in my hip at the back here. So again, the breathing, so important. Core connection, so important. Yeah, and as you hold this, you can feel it going deeper and deeper. It's really lovely. Good. So we've got a child's pose stretch to come to now. So I'm going to take my knees a little bit wider for this one, just so I get a little stretch into the adductors inside thigh muscles. and then I can walk my hands forward.
So
Robyn will do the same in sitting, and releasing, and you should feel that nice opening stretch in the lower back, through the deep pelvis as well. This is a lovely relaxation position. Again, use your breathing.
This is a bit tricky for your hips. You could just come and hold the back of the chair and do it this way, and you should, with a wee bend in your knees, still feel that nice stretch through there, so that's nice.
A really nice alternative. And again, your focus is breathe deep into your rib cage. Feel that wide stretch, that your diaphragm, when it's working well, it really helps to expand and open in between each of the ribs with the intercostal muscles. So we're really stretching them as well. So it's a really multi-purpose stretch, this one. Good, and now I want to get back up onto my feet. So I'll turn sideways. I'd like you to pop your toes underneath. And I'm going to come back into my little squat position here. Hopefully your knees are good with that. And then keep your hands on the mat and straighten up. So Robyn's doing the chair version. If you've been on the floor, come up into this position so you can see I've got a stretch now happening in behind my thighs. And what I can do in this position is a little walk in place. So I can alternately lift my heels. Yeah. And Robyn can do the same. And you feel a different type of stretch through the back of your leg. Then you can ground your heels again and try and straighten your knees a little bit more. And often you'll find it's a little easier now. So keep your tummy lifted up to spine, and then try that little walk in place again. Hopefully it feels a little bit more fluid even the second time round. Again, push your heels into the mat. Feel the stretch, and now you're going to take a deep breath in. Connect your tummy to spine and gently roll back up into standing or into your sitting position. A couple of shoulder rolls. Whew, and we've been through 10 stretches.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Just like that. We are going to now move to relaxation. Robyn will do that in sitting today. So she will make herself comfortable. Do the same at home. Use any props. You might want to put a blanket on to stay warm. Make sure you're supported in a good way by the chair, that you can have a nice softness in your arms and your upper body. Lovely.
Beautiful.
So,
My favourite.
I know you like this. So as you settle into relaxation pose, you might want to close your eyes and just focus on softening the weight of your body into the support of the chair or the floor. And take notice of how your body is making contact with that support. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Let the air fill the base of your lungs, and breathe out through a relaxed, open mouth. Again, breathe in through your nose. Let the air fill the base of your lungs, and breathe out through a relaxed, open mouth. Soften the back of your shoulders and the back of your arms. Soften the back of your neck and the back of your head. Again, breathe in through your nose. Let the air fill the base of your lungs, and breathe out through a relaxed, open mouth. Soften the back of your legs and soften the back of your hips. Soften your lower back soften your middle back and soften your upper back. Breathe in through your nose, let the air fill the base of your lungs, and breathe out through a relaxed, open mouth. Soften into the support of the chair or floor completely. Soften the muscles of your face. Soften your eyes and forehead. Soften your temples and cheeks. Soften your mouth. Soften your tongue. And soften your jaw. Feel the rise and fall of your belly as you breathe. Let your breathing be soft, full, and easy. When you're ready to begin moving out of relaxation, gently move your fingers and toes. Stretch or move in any way that feels good. If you're lying, roll onto your right side, rest there, breathe easily, and take away the best feeling of your exercise and stretching and relaxation today. Fantastic. I hope you're feeling nice and relaxed.
Yeah,
and certainly you've had a fantastic opportunity to really focus on your breathing today. So hopefully you go away feeling really energized.
Perfect. Take care.
Bye for now.
See you next time. Bye.